Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again, coming to you with another ArcheAge video. I'm excited to get back into the game. I know I took a little hiatus, but I'm slowly getting back in, and slowly getting back in, you obtain more knowledge and then more videos. So let's go with what we're going to be doing today, which is kind of delayed. I should have released it a while ago, but nonetheless, it's better late than never. So this is going to go over my current build as of the patch 1.2 that a lot of people have been asking for. Like I said though, it's going to go over my build, it's going to go over other variations you can play, because you don't have to play this exact build. I kind of play a different variation of a Daggerspell. And also, one thing to know for players who do not have alpha/beta access, just so I can inform you, we have the 55 skill patch, but we do not have the 55, we cannot hit level 55. With that being said, we are starved for points because they increased the amount of points invested into the classes to gain the passives. But we don't actually have 5 extra levels, so you can't do most effective builds that you really want to. So I'm 11 in Sorc, 2 in Shadowplay, and 10 in Witchcraft. And I'm going to do a breakdown of every skill for you and kind of explain to you how it works. I do have other videos explaining these, but I just kind of want to summarize it all together and just make a short guide. Also, if you want to know about caster weapon choices as a Daggerspell, you can look down below, or maybe I'll put a little annotation here and you can click that, and that'll direct you to the weapon choices as well. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you guys. We've got 11 into Sorcery, so we pick up... Now I'm going to go through every skill after, I'm just going to go through an overview. Flame Bolt, Freezing Arrow, Insulating Lens, Arc Lightning, Freezing Earth, Frigid Tracks, Magic Circle, Chain Lightning, Meteor, Magic Precision, and Zeb's Infusion. In Shadowplay we've got 2 points, we have Drop Back, Shadow Step, and in Witchcraft we have 10. Earthen Grip, Innervate, Bubble Trap, Purge, Courageous Action, Lassitude, Banshee's Wail, Focal Concussion, Dahuda's Breath, and Augment Witchcraft. Alright, so now we're going to go through a little bit of each of these skills and show some combos. I don't want to go too crazy into gameplay, this is more of just an informative video, so I'm just going to test it against a friend he's pretty good. I guess he's 16.5k health, and he's wearing cloth, so it's going to be a big damage reduction, and he's pretty much just going to heal while we fight. So the first thing to note is Fireball. With the change, Fireball now shoots 3 fireballs. It's one big, 2 little. 1 big, 2 little. So that's the Fireball thing. One big thing to note is you can move on the baby ones. So you can't move on the big one, but you can move on the baby ones. It's very important that you note that, because you can literally gain some distance on people with it. Next up is Freezing Arrow. Now Freezing Arrow is very interesting to use in this setup. One way to do it is it combos with your Lassitude, which puts targets to sleep. So Lassitude here, the duration of the sleep is plus 10 seconds on chilled targets. So when you fight Clothies, you usually sleep them for like 6 seconds from the reduction, maybe even a little bit less. With this, it's an extra, you can do the math. It's basically guaranteed that you can land a Meteor if you do the sleep combo with Freezing Arrow. Freezing Arrow also combos with Freezing Earth, which sometimes can do this. It doesn't always work. I don't know why it doesn't always work, but I'm going to show you guys the combo here. It's Frigid Tracks. Alright, and let's try to do it. Alright, and that one didn't work. Maybe I was supposed to do it the other way. I forgot. I haven't played this game in a while. Essentially, if you combo it right, let me read this really fast. Inflicts Deep Freeze on chilled targets for 30 seconds. Alright, eliminates the cast time, etc. Inflicts Ice Shards on chilled targets. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll try it again. Like I said, I haven't played in a little while. But essentially, you can get people in like a 15-second freeze lock. But I know for a fact it doesn't always work, because I've tested it numerous times in PvP. So, anyways, going on. The reason why I picked up Frigid with Freezing Arrow, is when you fight counterclasses being things like Shadow Blades and whatnot, they're pretty much immune to your sleep combo and your fear, because they have Witchcraft for... Witchcraft for Courageous Action, which makes them immune to sleep and fear, but you can still freeze them. And if you get the freeze off, then they're either going to take a Meteor or they're going to Bond Break. And when they Bond Break, you can, right after that, you can, like, after the duration, you can try to Mud Hand them, back away, and go into a bubble combo. So there's a lot of cool things to bait out rather than just, being really linear. Then you have your classic Arc Lightning, which combos with Chain Lightning, which also combos with Impale, but you don't have any Impales in this spec. Actually, you have a stun. 2 stuns. No impales, though. Alright. Then you've got Magic Circle, which now gives a magical critical rate, which is very important for pretty much everything you do in a Daggerspell. I have seen some builds floating around that don't use Magic Circle, and I don't quite understand the logic behind it, because you have the CC locks. You have the 10-second sleep. You have the 10-second root. You have the micro stun. You have the long 5-second fear. You can even pick up Insidious Whisper, which is another 5 to 7-second fear. Like, you've got so much utility. Why would you? And then you have Bubble Trap. You also, like, why would you not set yourself up with these combos? Give yourself a steroid of a magic attack boost, even magical crit rate, all for free for 1 point. Then we have Chain Lightning, which combos with Arc Lightning, which I forgot to say, Arc Lightning combos with Bubble, or Bubble combos with Arc Lightning, because it inflicts shock. And on shock targets, your skill Bubble Trap, for example, does a flat amount of damage towards shock targets. So, next up we have the passives. Maximum mana is not really needed. Range is really important, but you're starved for points. It kind of sucks, but you can do without it. You don't need mana reduction. You don't need cast time. You don't need duration of sleep and fear. And then you have magic crit and Enzeb's infusion. Alright, next up, in shadow play, you've got a lot of points you can mess around with here. So, I take only drop back and shadow step because I'm starved for my points in witchcraft and sorcery. However, other things you can take as well. Stalker's Mark, it works great because it's a damage increase. Stalker's Mark and Overwhelm combo to make a trip, so that's also good. Overwhelm is also a minor gap closer along with an interrupt and a stun. Okay, stun, is it stun or? No, it's shackle. Okay, that's the next one. So then you can Overwhelm, and then you also have Shadow Smite. Shadow Smite goes with Overwhelm, or you can do it with something else. So as long as you can stun them, you can combo it and trip them. And it also, if you read it, it adds a, where is it? Physical damage, blah blah blah. blah. Okay, right there. Shackling your targets for 5.5 seconds. Shackling a target combos with Purge, which can make a 4-second silence, which is good for. Shackle is for physical damage essentially, and silence is for casters. Works both ways. One annoying thing is if you get shackled on this guy, on the character that I'm playing, you can't use drop back, which is really weird because drop back's, I guess, kind of like that attack side thing. I don't know exactly how it's categorized. Also, stealth is always good. Toxic Shot doesn't hurt. Toxic Shot is based off, it's okay, it's nothing crazy, but it's something else. And then having free run is always just nice to have in general. Then you've got, in the witchcraft side, I'm going to show you guys the Innervate Mudhand combo. Let's see, do like 5k damage. And I'll show you guys that combo. But after the 1.2 change, it works out really well with Innervate and Mudhand. Actually, I don't know if he even sees what I'm saying. Oh, there we go, he's doing damage. Okay, I had to put damage skills on. Then you've got Bubble Trap, which I'll show you guys a Bubble Trap combo here shortly. Alright, so let me just show you. Innervate into Mudhand was a 2k health, which it's not bad. For PvE, I can get it up to like 8,000 to 9,000. And if you crit, it goes higher. If you Nadachi, it goes even higher. Okay, so now I want to show you guys a really good combo. And this is a combo that I've been doing for a while, and a lot of people haven't figured it out. It's like it's a one-hit wonder combo, so I'm going to share it with you guys. So let's see if I remember how to do this. It's been a little while. Okay, it goes Bubble Trap into Chain, into Nadachi swap, circle down. From circle, you're going to combo Arc Lightning to Dehudas. Now, the reason why you set that up is Bubble Trap flies. As the trap is flying, you can use Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning hits because it's insta-cast opposed to Bubble having a traveling time. So when that meets, the Bubble then gets the combo off of the shock target, which is a free 1,000 damage. Then they take the additional 1,000 from the Arc Lightning, maybe a little bit more depending on how high your magic attack is, which then sets them in the air, which they're still shocked. And on top of that, you get the combo for Arc Lightning because they're shocked, which is 43% more damage. On top of that, you get the Dehuda's Breath combo, which deals 46% more damage on shock targets. So it's like a triple lightning damage combo, essentially, all benefiting off of, not really lightning damage, but it's all based off shock, which is really, really neat. It's one of my secrets of insta-killing people in Arena. So that's one thing. Now, going over the rest of it, the reason why I dropped Insidious Whisper is I needed to get Enzeb's Infusion, and I can't see myself dropping any other point in here. So that's one reason why. I didn't want to drop Purge because Purge is just so situational. It's just so nice to have in general. Debuffing others, buffing yourself, adding another buff to your list so people have another buff they have to go through to debuff. Courageous Action gives you your Sleep and Fear immune, very important. Now, Lassitude works both ways. I don't know if I showed you guys Lassitude, but I'm just going to use it really fast. What it does is it sleeps them, and then you can set up like a Meteor combo, for example. And there's so much you can do. And after Meteor, you can Bubble. After Bubble, you can Chain. After Chain, you can Arc. After Arc, you can literally do whatever you want. You can Innervate, Mud Hand. There's so many different combos you can do. Setting yourself up with a, like I said, a Lassitude. That's kind of like the core of a Daggerspell, but there's still a lot of other variations you can do. You can Fireball into Banshee's Wail. There's like so many different things. Then you have Focal Concussion, which is a purges one debuff, not all. It says all. And it stuns them, which anything that's a stun is an interrupt. Anything that's an interrupt, pisses people off. Then you have Dahuda's Breath, which is a very hard-hitting skill that combos off of Shock, which is very easy to set up for yourself, which is also a knockback as well as an interrupt. And then I have the 1 point in Augment Witchcraft, which increases the duration of Earthen Grip, Bubble Trap, Insidious Whisper, Lassitude, and Banshee's Wail. So pretty much almost every skill I use by 20%. Removes Earthen Grip's cooldown, decreases the cast time of Insidious Whisper 0.5 seconds, and feeds now summons a more powerful fiend, which I cannot get because it's in the 55. Now, one other thing I want to show you guys is a cool trick. Since, as we all know, in MMORPGs there's ping in games, and the higher your ping, the less efficient you are at consecutively hitting skills, unless you can ability queue. So, if you hold down Fireball while you backflip, you can get at the maximum amount that you possibly can, opposed to you clicking it. So I'm just going to hold it down. I think that was 7 Fireballs. So, it's just a cool, neat trick. Now let's try the Frigid Earth combo. Let's see if this works again. So, okay. I'm pretty sure it's... Let's see. I'm going to run on his face, see if I can get him frozen. If I can. Okay, there it is. That one worked. Okay, and that's the Deep Freeze debuff that keeps him frozen for 10 seconds. And that combos with Meteor, and then it all just combos together and together and together. So that was it. But you can combo it with Freezing Earth. I've done it before. So essentially, I think you Freezing Earth first. Yeah, you Freezing Earth first, and then you throw the ice. And that's 15 seconds on Leather and Plate users, which is pretty ridiculous, because if you think about it, on how much CC you have, you've got Deep Freeze, if it works, for 10 to 15 seconds, which can force a Bond Break. If you force a Bond Break, you can Bubble. If you Bubble, then you still have your Fears. If you don't have your Fears, you have your Lassitude. There's so many different combos you have with this with the class. I love it. And there's just so much more. Like, this is one build that I'm using. There's so many different variations you can do, and when the 55 patch comes, you're going to get more stuns, you're going to get a trip, you're going to get more trips, actually, because Meteor trips. You're going to get more mobility with Free Run. It's just, all in all, I'm just really excited to get the full expansion, which won't be for a little while. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Of course, any questions you have at any point in time, feel free to just drop them down below. Don't be shy. Any video requests you guys want, feel free to hit me up. It may take me a little while to get to them, but I promise I do read every comment. And with that being said, if you guys ever want to catch me streaming, you can look right down below, right here at twitch.tv/Pohx. You can also follow me on my Twitter at twitter.com/POHXX to know when I go live. And if you like the video, feel free to share it and subscribe. And with that, hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.